Simpson. And Japan have gone absolutely without lead. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggaeboyz who take the lead.
Ballchat. Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to Ballchat Watch Along. Good night, good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you're watching us. Welcome to Ballchat Watch Along of Concacaf Nations League final. My name is Benton, along with the family, George, aka Mr. Pringle. How you doing, family?
Yo, Wagwan. Happy Father's Day to everybody what tuning in right now, and to you, to Benton. Happy Father's Day.
Thanks, and likewise, family. Enjoy your Father's Day.
Yeah, man, can't complain at all. So don't attach ourselves and watch our fufu game.
It should not be a full game, family. This is ultimate one of the ultimate prize in Concacaf Nations League final. Canada versus Team USA. Junior, Canada probably is a standard bearer in this business, in this space in the last couple years or so, or a year and a half or so. Is that a fair assessment?
Hold on. That's a strong statement. Canada hit the purple patch right now, yes, but standard bearer is kind of a...
it's too much.
Yeah, because what does the next generation look like?
We don't know. We don't know what the next generation look like. But they have been winning games and doing quite well. It's the golden generation of Canadian football right now, and so this is a big game. Probably golden generation also for men's U.S. men's national team. So both teams are
golden generation for U.S. men's national team. Fix that statement there.
Yeah, man, that big team, big team. This man, them have big squad. This is the squad that some U.S. fans hope will take them to the glory road in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. So you don't know. They said this is the most talented U.S. squad that they have ever assembled.
Okay.
You know.
I think that's more of setting up a dig against Berhalter. But we'll talk about that during the
All right, let's take a look at the starting lineup. Starting first with Coach John Herdman of Canada. Emilian Bourgeon starts in goal. You have in the defense Scott Kennedy and Kamal Miller. Left side you have Alphonso Davis, even though we know that Alphonso Davis will not play left back. We know that. Johnston, Alistair Johnston on the right side. He will see Christian Pulisic. Jonathan Osorio, Ismail Kone, Stefani Estacio, Richie Laria, Kyle Lauren, and Jonathan David rounds out the Canadian starting 11. Junior, John Herdman's team. Quick thoughts on that 11. Rotation Buchanan.
It's a fav. No, but it's a favored 11, right?
Yes.
And this is a 11 that we expect to get the job done today. But Alphonso Davis is the straw that stirs this squad. So
is the straw that stirs. Coach BJ Callaghan, interim manager for Team USA, keeping the seat warm until Greg Berhalter returns. No Weston McKennie, no Serginho Dest, both picked up red cards in the semi-final against Mexico. His starting 11, he's going to Matt Turner in goal. In defense, he lost Miles Robinson through to injury. Walter Zimmerman comes in. Chris Richards in the center-back pairing. Then you have Joseph Scaley on the right side, replacing Serginho Dest. On the left side, Anthony Robinson. In midfield, Yunus Mosa. And they have Balogun in midfield here, but we know he's not going to play midfield. Balogun is going to be the forward. We know that Brandon Aronson is probably going to be beside Yunus Mosa in that midfield. Timothy Weah will be on the right wing. Christian Pulisic is on the left side. And in that number 10 role is the glass man and the parents man himself, Mr. Gio Reyna. Junior, BJ Callaghan starting 11 family.
The question now is how much of these players will be replaced when they play against Jamaica next week. Or when? This week, right?
Yeah, it's on Sunday. This Saturday they'll play.
This Saturday at 9:30.
9:30.
We're doing the watch along. So we're going to talk. We're going to wax lyrical about Timothy Weah. We're going to wax lyrical about Gio Reyna having to do double the work with Weston McKinney getting the red card from the Mexico debacle. So will they be featured next week? So the question though, from our perspective, because because to everybody that's watching, you know we are a Caribbean-based football show, primarily Jamaican-based. So this is also a scouting game for us, right? Getting ready for the Jamaica versus America game. Now, when we are scouting America, will Berhalter pick Timothy Weah or Reyna, who Reyna never played much in the World Cup, and Timothy Weah was snubbed from the World Cup squad? We don't know.
And just to reiterate, Craig Berhalter was rehired as manager of U.S. men's national team. We'll discuss that throughout the show tonight. We don't want to spend a lot of time on passa foolishness. Kicking off, getting ready to kick off. They already sang the national anthems. Gio Reyna and Balogun standing over the ball. U.S. in the white kit, white top, blue shorts, and white socks. Canada, all dark colors there, family.
Yep.
Canada look all blackout. Big up to the family. Big up to the family. We see the comments coming in. Let me highlight the comments. Just Soldier. Oh my God.
Big up Just Soldier, Omega Sound. Big up the General. Omega Sound, Just Soldier. Big up, brother.
And Just Soldier has given the middle finger to Greg Berhalter.
And that's how Just Soldier is. And big up Just Soldier, big up the family. Big up the young baller. And big up the strong wife.
And Just Soldier, why Greg Berhalter is getting the middle finger? And we officially off, family. Officially off in Las Vegas. Game has kicked off early warm in the encounter. So we'll keep you abreast of the referee. Mark Wade is the man in charge of the game. In the third place encounter, Canada, Canada and US. Mexico defeated Panama 1-0. Jamaica's own Mr. Parchman was the ref in that one. And boy, they gave him a lot of work.
It's a pity Parchman wasn't the referee for the America-Mexico game.
Yeah, he made some calls and he did a pretty good job under the circumstances. When you're reffing, as you don't know, when you're reffing those two teams, it's one bag of drama. And
yeah.
And he did a very good job under the circumstances. I'm
about to say a special big up to Elan, So Just Soldier, big up Elan for me. Big up Elan. Elan is a young baller, Benton. The boy has strike up in the northeast.
Yeah, big up. Love to hear about the young ballers. US passing it around, family. Nothing to no chances yet, anyone. I mean, Canada definitely trying to get, and the referee Mark Wood call a foul. There, US did appeal the red card suspension for one Mr. Weston McKinney. Junior, you think it's a wise decision by Concacaf? You agree with that decision to uphold?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the message still have to be conveyed to the young minds watching the game that you're not going to reward lapse of judgment or rush of blood, regardless of the situation. So I understand. I would have wanted the red card rescinded too, but ultimately, rule is rule.
Ultimately, what?
Ultimately, rule is rule. Western did push down the Mexican player and attack him. So, as America here, Gio Reyna breaking into the 18-yard box. A shot.
Where is it, Junior? This might be his last game.
Yeah, it's a Gio Reyna testimonial.
This might be his last game. Concacaf website is a bit slow there. Let's go to the Googles. Yeah, well, it's not slow. Google is also at 3 minutes. Concacaf is in the third minute. Canada put in a bit of pressure there. Junior, Christian Pulisic was huge going down the left side in that game against Mexico. Your thoughts on his role tonight, family? As Davis picked up a ball in the corner, trying to create something for Team Canada. Ball is out for a throw.
Did you see how LVG coach circles around him in Qatar? He's tactically inept. We need better to compete in 26.
Well, I think LVG did say that the side was a little bit too rigid or something.
Yeah.
What did he say at the post?
He said they were predictable.
Yeah, LVJ did not hide his criticism of the US. But look, if this is the guy the US want to hang their hat on, I said, hey, good. That's fine. I am cool with it. I think the big thing around as there's a corner kick, Chris Richards clear the ball out as Canada is on the attack, and there's a corner kick to Canada here from the left side facing the goal. And again, Juniors, as you mentioned earlier on, it's all about Mr. Alphonso Davis down that left side tonight.
Yeah, and Canada obviously is going to be left side dominant. I mean,
ball into the box, cleared out by Chris Richards again. Canada quickly sends it back all the way to goalkeeper Borjan in goal. Borjan looking for Kyle Lauren. And, Canadian player. Anton Robinson finds Reyna. Reyna getting some company from Estacio. Estacio with a strong tackle there, and Anton Robinson. Junior, in this midfield, can Younes Moussa handle this midfield without Weston McKennie beside him?
Yeah. I think he can, because Canada is not necessarily going to play for the midfield. So it's all about keeping the boys organized, right?
Okay.
Even though one thing the Canadians do have in their back pocket is the high press, and they're constantly attacking the ball. So
early warm in the game, still 0-0. Canada seeing a bit of the position early on. We'll discuss CONCACAF Gold Cup prelim later on in the show. Ball into the box, intercepted by Canadian defender, Mr. I'm trying to see Mr. Kennedy there with a key interception, Junior. I have to make sure we get these names right, Corner kick to USA. Gio Reyna. Junior, at the reintroduction, the presser for one, Mr. Greg Berhalter, he was asked whether he has spoken to Gio or Ricardo Pepe. And I think there was another player, because apparently there were a few players that he had odds with. And he said he has not, but he said these are players that he will at some point. Corner kick into the box. He said these are players, the corner kick is overhit, and he said these are players that he will have to speak to, and he's hoping to, try to get the best out of them, etc., etc. Junior, you think that was fair? A shot by USA wide, a shot by one Mr. Zimmerman. You think that was a fear to expect incoming coach Berhalter to speak to one Mr. Gio Reyna and Ricardo Pepe?
I never know that Gio Reyna was a good shot still, but I didn't know Gio Reyna was like a Ballon d'Or challenging player. I never know Pepe was top 5 in the world, right? That's the only reason why Berhalter would have to talk to them. Like,
we only talk to big ballers.
want to talk to big baller. Why the hell am I coming up?
Take pile under your ball over the box. Canada hit that shot. Team effort there. Yo, on to the brother. Kyle Lauren should have done better there with that shot. Junior, what a pile.
Yo, I don't know. I'm not see the pile.
Ishmael Coney.
Yeah, we just see it.
Ishmael Coney eat our food. Yo, rewind that.
Yeah, we just see it. But where my run go?
Yeah, him run up into that one. I think it's Anthony Robinson who got posterized there.
Where my run go?
Just Soldier Omega Sound said talk to Pepe and tell him to give the 9 to Balogun. Pepe still holding on to the 9. Balogun.
I mean, all that will be sorted out. Like, come on. We'll sort out all of that.
Canada is on the right side, knocking the ball around. Canada looking. It's a different animal than the Mexican team that U.S. play in the semifinal. Mr. Anton Robinson seeing a lot of attention as Kyle Aaron is trying to go on that right side.
And big up to Ilan. Ilan got invited to play with the next older team at his academy come fast. So you don't know the youth stepping up meant that.
Yeah, man.
So look out for him in the US circles.
Love to see it.
Or maybe he will go play for Portugal. I don't know.
Love to see it. Love to see it. Wish the young baller all the best, Jaja. All the best. Good health and keep working at the thing, you know? But very fast-paced game. Canada, of course, hoping to use its speed, capitalize on the speed on the outside. Long ball over, looking for Balogun. Very good control. Kennedy is right there with him. Or it's Christian Pulisic with a very good control. Now finds Weah. Weah with a cross. Canada. Mad dash defending at the end there, Junior. Canada comes away with it. And over and dribbled out. Very nervous situation there at the back there from Canada.
Does it feel to you like America knows that they are better than Canada and Canada is playing like they're trying to prove something?
No.
I kind of get that vibe.
No, I don't get that vibe. It's a competitive game. In their recent encounter, I think US is trying to take back the mantle because I need to go back to the start. The recent encounter, Canada have won, I think the last, and there we're seeing a shot here from the US again. The ball is out for corner kick. I think US is trying to wrestle back attention. Because Canada did top that Concacaf World Cup qualifying group, right?
Right.
So, shot, header and goal! U.S. with the goal. Mr. Chris Richards. Dominant header.
What I tell you, I just told you that. I just get the vibe like America know that they are better.
Yeah, they want to start fast. I mean, I think Canada's winning that World Cup qualifier group was said a lot. Now let's see how Canada responds to this thing, right?
No, but you see the thing is, especially in CONCACAF, you always have every 4 years a Panama will come up and supplant America and Mexico. Honduras will come up and supplant during a World Cup cycle. But once you reset the World Cup cycle, these teams normally fall off a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Canada, that's why when we talk about Canada, like, they had a good run leading up to the World Cup. But remember, I even said in the World Cup, if it's one team that wished they could have kept playing straight from the qualifiers into the World Cup was Canada. Because their style of play had fallen off between the qualifiers and the World Cup.
Very physical goal there from Mr. Chris Richards. Thorn header there, family. A really authoritative header. A lot of battles going on in that midfield, But again, Canada with big up BM. BM says come on Canada. Or he says come on Canada. Which one? I think Canada with a settled coaching staff. Here comes Canada again. One
Oh,
for
speaking.
Tyler and yeah, come on, Canada is what BM said. Now the right side trying to get Laria overrun running and it's out for a goal kick to Team USA.
Yeah, just soldier. Benton stream is way ahead. I keep telling him pause it for like 5 seconds, but no.
Regin, you don't need to pay an internet bill, brother. The people them want Ballchat to be up to the time. What I'm doing now? But I think ultimately what I'm going is that my stream will slow down.
Your stream slow down?
Yeah, ultimately it will slow down.
Mm-mm.
Ball is knocked around at the back. USA putting a lot of pressure. All right, so back to what I was saying regarding Canada. I mean, you have a settled coaching staff in the sense that you have John Herdman at the helm for a while. This CM group, CM core of players.
Plus Phil Level.
And yes, well then just add in Phil Neville. Well, I guess if they lose this game tonight, we can always say Phil Neville is the problem. And it's a CM core of players. It's a chance for them to win a trophy because it's a title game. They have never. I mean, let's go through the stats. Let's look at the Canadian men's national team and what sort of trophy have they won in football, in Concacaf, or in football period, right?
They must have won a Gold Cup.
You think so?
They must have won a Gold Cup. Let me check.
We'll look at the Canadian men's national team stats here in a second. Canada Gold Cup 1985. And 2000 Canadian Gold Cup winners there. So junior right. Major championship, Concacaf Championship, Gold Cup 85 and 2000. That's it.
They won Gold Cup. They won Gold Cup 2000.
It says here.
Wow.
It says Concacaf Championship 2 in the year 2000.
Oh, I think that's when they hosted it. Because there was a Gold Cup. There was a Gold Cup for all the Jamaican football historians. I want to give you a name right now. No, this was in 2000. This was in 94, 90, 92, 94, somewhere around that time. You remember the goalkeeper, Des Smith?
No.
No, I don't Des. Clive Smith. They used to call him Ninja.
All right, no, I know. Yeah, I remember Ninja. Yeah.
All right, and then Jamaica had a wing back named Montague Young.
I know Montague. Yes.
He's the one that went to Canada. I'll never forget it. Go to Canada, I elbow the brother in like 5 minutes in the snow.
Yeah,
a commentator said he must have been too cold to play and want to come over the field.
BM says the year 2000 was the last time a team outside Mexico or US won the Gold Cup.
Right.
Very good stats, BM. Why the rest of CONCACAF should be embarrassed.
No, but and I tell you this before, and I'm gonna say it again. Go ahead and check. The Gold Cup is set up for America and Mexico to always only play against each other in the finals. I'm telling you. Go check it out.
Alphonso Davis not looking his best so far, Junior. BM also says, what are your thoughts on Balogun so far? I like him, BM.
I'm not impressed.
I like him. I like him. And here's the reason why. The goals will come. I mean, he will score goals. I mean, we know he will score goals. He scored goals in his club competition. So what has impressed me now is the fact that he's working. He's working for the collective effort. Because some strikers, when they not score goals, they not work. They're not tackling back, they're not running back, they're not making the life difficult for the defender. In the game against Mexico, he was the one who got kicked down by Cesar Montes. And Montez picked up the red card that led to the brawl. So it's the second game. I am fine. I mean, right now it's just for him to work. I think the goals will come.
So how long before you start calling him the American Corey Burke?
Well, Scoreberg does score a couple goals now and again.
For his club, not for country. Just like you said.
If there are 10 games on the trot and he's still to score a goal, then there's a problem.
My early returns on him though is he's just another. I hate to say it, he's just another typical black American striker.
Yeah, but this is a typical black American striker that plays for Arsenal or as an Arsenal player.
Julian Green was at Bayern Munich, right?
Yeah, but
we've been down this road before.
You know,
Amari Hutchinson is playing for Arsenal and you know what, at Chelsea, right?
Yeah, but Amari Hutchinson is not playing for US. He's playing for Jamaica allegedly.
Yeah, but at some point the names have to kind of.
The man must say Omar Hutchinson missing up. How we can't get in front of him now that real games are forward. Him forward for friendlies. But no real games that are gonna be.
No, but BM, what I'm saying though, BM is, you see, the Concacaf, we know Concacaf is not the best region. There's nothing going on. Canada passing the ball in the back on my stream. But for a player to come to CONCACAF, like Leon Bailey, we have not seen Aston Villa Leon Bailey play for Jamaica yet, right? So we can't RDN a player just because he play for Abbey. He must come out here and perform. I mean, I don't see it yet.
Yeah, but you can't use the same metric for judge one man. Wait, no, we have to. Let me see if make sure something. As it's still 1-0 USA, Canada trying to get back into the game. We have to be careful enough because someone like AKA Leon Bailey, is he working on the other side of the ball? Like if he's not scoring, if he's not breaking people down off the dribble, then is he willing to do the heavy lifting of defending? And sometimes the jury is out on that aspect of his game. What I'm seeing from Balogun, and it's a game and a third, it's not even a game and a third, or well, approaching a third. He's willing to work on the other side of the ball. Now maybe it's too early to make. It's definitely too early to make any broad assessment. You see my deal? But I like what I'm seeing. He's working defensively.
I get it. Yeah. Eventually, you will realize that Wout Weghorst does the same thing for Manchester United, but has not scored a home Premier League goal in his time at loan. Huh?
You know, won a trophy, right?
Yeah, but is Wout Weghorst going to be our starting striker next year?
Let's focus on international side. You know what? For your all sake, I hope yes. BM says Aston Villa Leon Bailey is not that good either. Very average at best. Why? Yeah.
But yet, the very average at best still hasn't shown up for Jamaica.
Long ball over. Just Soldier Omega Son says US never had a striker with this level of success in Europe. You can't say it's not a major improvement over Pepe Ferreira or go back a little to Josie Altadores of the world.
Potential wise, yes.
Yeah, but what I will say is this. I mean, it's competition. It's competition. And if you have a good manager who have sense, who can provide an environment where foster a healthy, competitive environment, Balogun may not be the solution, but the presence of Balogun pushes a Ricardo Pepe or a Jesus Ferreira to be better. It's me I deal with and to give the opponents different looks. So ultimately you have to work with what you have. And if you have a player who can come in and contribute something to the squad, which I think he does, it's you know, you just need a coach with sense who will help them.
Right.
Also, a notable comment from Mr. Hal Grimson's press conference. Football family, it's 1-0 United States over Canada. Jamaica will play Jordan tomorrow in their second of two friendlies in Austria. Jamaica lost the first friendly 2-1 against Qatar. They'll take on Jordan tomorrow. He was asked about Ravel Morrison. He said after the Mexico game, he told Ravel to get minutes or find a club. Or else, what I concluded from that is that there will be no Ravel Morrison in the expected goals cup squad coming in tomorrow. Because he says he hopes he's working on finding a club, but that was one of the stipulations that he outlined for him, that he needs to be playing regular football.
Okay.
So
And I mean, Ravel Morrison is a 500-year-old former wannabe next star at Manchester United that traveled over from club
Canada down the left side to Larry. Hey, how old is this brother? I'm still can't cross a ball. Down the right side. Very good ball from Jonathan David. Sorry, Junior.
Yeah, I mean, I'm over Ravel Morrison now.
Yeah, but the thing is that he played in the Trinidad friendly, or what, one of those friendlies, or both of them, I think. And
I even see Mariappa playing against Qatar, and I have to ask why.
Fair enough. Well, Mariappa is playing. Is he playing football or was playing football in Australia?
But is he going to play in the World Cup? No. So why are we using him right now?
BM says my ball in Concacaf is Jonathan Davis, the best striker in the region. Wait, let me see. Let me think about the one there. Best striker in the region. Probably the most productive right now. Definitely. I mean, he scored quite a few goals.
Best striker in CONCACAF?
Probably the most productive right now. Currently, maybe, yeah. And it's probably because the cupboard is bare.
Yeah. No, well, yeah. Ever since Mikel Antonio go back road, him they hasn't been the same.
Yeah, I forget about Mikel Antonio.
Yeah, but that's the thing, because if we're going to talk about this American striker and what he brings to the game, even though he might not be scoring, Mikel Antonio is key for what David Moyes does at West Ham. Yeah, right? Is very key.
When I say Mikel Antonio, a utility player still, Junior. He's not a real striker.
Well, I agree with BM then. I agree.
And Jonathan David scored 24 goals last year for Lille. Yeah, man, David. I think he scored quite a few goals for Lille. So yeah. BM says JFF had too tough. Ravel shouldn't have been in the team. He's a problem child everywhere he goes. And he also says, remember David won League One with Lille in 2021. And the game is on CBS Sports. Yeah, if you check out Paramount Plus, the game is on Paramount Plus. Or is it someone dropping the link for the game there? The game
Paramount Plus or CBS Sports?
CBS Sports and Paramount Plus on CBS Sports on Paramount Plus.
Yeah. They're through them. Yeah.
Ball into the box. US with almost another chance, and high foot there. He couldn't get over it. Seems like he's down. Is that Mr. Balogun? Junior, Tejan Buchanan. Should John Herdman reconsider and try to get Tejan Buchanan into this ball game as soon as possible?
Yes, very soon. And your big striker should have done better with that.
Yeah, he got bounced out of the ball.
No, better no.
To be fair, he did control it on his chest, unlike some strikers.
Look at the header.
To be fair, he did control the ball, unlike some strikers. I mean, can we at least give him that credit? He did control the ball. Jonathan David is down, family. Not Jonathan David. Balogun is down, needing some medical treatment there. He's getting some assistance. Got pushed out of the way. Got a little bit physical after controlling the ball. Coach BJ Callaghan is giving instructions to Zimmerman during the break.
So where's Phil Neville?
You don't need to see Phil Neville. He's not a head coach, Junior. And by the way, breaking news, just reported in the last couple of hours, Inter Miami apparently has reached an agreement according to, let's make sure I get the source here, with Mr. Busquets. Mr. Busquets seems to be reuniting with the one, Mr. Messi. First call here by Junior.
Wasn't it couple of years ago when what the name of the French midfielder that left Juventus and came to Miami?
Matuidi.
Yeah, Matuidi. You remember how MLS was up in arms because Miami was cooking the books to get all of these international players?
Well, how the hell the books, Junior?
How the hell is Busquets and Messi be able to be brought into the same team at MLS? I'm also hearing Luis Suarez might be on his way. How?
Well, I mean, it's by not cooking the books. Tony Juan Marte is the one who's reporting that Sergio Busquets is on his way to Miami, to Inter Miami.
I mean, it's a worst kept secret. They're trying to get Luis Suarez there as well.
So what is this, an old man team? I mean, you're bottom of the league. You have players who are old and slow. What's the objective here?
This is MLS though.
Yeah, but it's not like there aren't players who aren't running.
True.
Again, you're at the bottom of the league. Miami is the worst team in their division. So let's see if Luis Suarez and Messi and Sergio Busquets, if Luis Suarez does join them.
I think they're going to find some way to get him there.
Throw into the U.S. By the way, what's with all these U.S. players wearing blonde hair color tonight? First it was Gio Reyna, and it was easy to identify him. Now I'm really having trouble identifying the others who have since blonde their hair tonight.
Well, can I be that guy?
No, don't be that guy. I think
let me be that guy. Let me be that guy for a second. All right. Remember 1998 World Cup when Jamaica went out to play against Croatia. A bunch of players had on the armband. You remember?
A bunch of players what?
A bunch of players had on an armband.
Oh yeah, regarding the Reggaeboyz.
Yes, the local players, right?
Yes. Corner kick to the US.
The players that are wearing the blood for the USA, I think, is showing support for Gio Reyna against Mr. Greg Berhalter.
You know what? You be that guy, all right? I mean, Greg Berhalter did say at his rehire press conference, says, he's one of those players, Gio Reyna, if he can get the best out of him, he's a very good talent, and he's looking forward to, to paraphrase, to work with him. So, I mean, and Junior is like, okay, of course, what you expect him to say? I suspect the Reynas does have another secret that they can call U.S. Soccer Federation with. They cannot release all the secrets, all the damaging material in one go. You have to keep something in the bag just in case. Canada down, U.S. leading 1-0 Concacaf Nations League final, ball into the box by Reyna, headed out. John Herdman and Canada needs to figure out a way to get. This is a midfield without Weston McKennie. Brandon Aronson and Eunice Musa are muscling Canada around. This should not be this one-sided in this midfield.
I agree. But you see, it's a perfect storm because I really think that the US team, like I said, know that they are better. They are the better historical team, and Canada is the upstart team, and they're here to prove them wrong.
Also, there are a few things that CONCACAF needs to get resolved, and CONCACAF members need to get resolved, as a handball was called on Mr. Kyle Aaron there. The hosting of this tournament, or these tournaments, whether it's a Nations League last 2 games, semifinals, and finals last 3 games, and the upcoming CONCACAF Gold Cup in the US, they have to figure out a way to make more equitable competition, because this is a home field advantage just for one team. And the ball is pushed to a shot and a goal! 2-0. The man, Mr. Balogun, has struck Tommy Smith, the old onion bag. 2-0 US over Canada. Expect better from Canada here. Bad defending. Mr. Kennedy and the Canadian, Scott Kennedy and Kamal Miller, a little bit all at sea there. And Canadian midfield doesn't have any teeth. Gio walking through them, family.
Well, yeah, Gio Reyna did well, but yo, the boy Balogun tough, you know. yo, the man struggling to be.
Yeah, he has a very strong presence. I mean, but BM is right. Canada is yet to show up tonight. I don't even know that if they're good run, very timed run to keep himself on side.
And all the young strikers out there, the young footballers out there, I want you guys look at the finish. And this is something
that Kennedy doing, Junior? What in the hell is Scott Kennedy doing? You're a center back, and you allow a striker to physically you up and get in front of you and kick the ball in the back of the net?
All right. So
this brother.
So let me tell you the difference in CONCACAF and international football.
Well, CONCACAF and international football.
Well, big time international football. Kennedy is trying to play the man. A real defender plays the space.
Big up to just a Canada watch that goal happen just like we did.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to play the man instead of playing the space. You play the space because it's one thing Balogun did, you know, that I'm saying all young strikers need to do is limit the amount of touches on the ball. How many strikers out there, how many strikers in CONCACAF would want to take 2 touches on that ball right there? Want to gather themselves and shoot. That would give Kennedy the time to recover.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Balogun did not give him any chance. He pointed to where he wanted the ball, and Raider understood the assignment, and he met the ball and put a lot of force behind it. That's all you have to do. Nothing special.
Yeah. You know, all right. So a couple of things coming into this game. Watching how Canada massacre L3 and on Thursday. And yeah, the Bata Bruise Mexico. Beat and teach them. You know, the vibes, the confidence, the way the US Bata Bruise Mexico. The vibes, the confidence, as here comes Balogun again applying, or was it, trying to see who that was applying some pressure. But that game really galvanized this US team. The way they were zipping the ball about was really impressive. They were really up for the game. And I was like, well, you know, I expect a more competitive game against Canada because right now Mexico is a bug side. But clearly, Canada seems to be on the torture rack here, Junior. They might pick up a few.
All right, but then I think America has a soft underbelly. I really do. Watching this game, I think they can be had in the midfield. Now, I know McKinney is not playing. I know Tyler Adams, I think, injured, right?
Yeah, Tyler Adams is also not playing.
Right. But looking at this America team, they're not that physical. They're not a physical bunch. I think Jamaica showed that they can go and out physical Mexico at the Azteca. So we can't compare say we can't say, well, America beat up Mexico, Jamaica can beat up Mexico. No, we can beat up Mexico. I believe that I don't know if Jamaica can do it, but I believe there's a soft underbelly for America. As Canada with a shot, should be 2-1. No, cleared off the line.
You know, we're speaking, there's also a discussion going on about your Jamaican Reggae Girls, former Reggae Girls captain, Miss Kanya Plummer. There's an article in today's Jamaican Star. Reggae Girls captain Kanya Plummer said that she dreams of making it to the FIFA 2023 World Cup. Notable information is that Kanya has not played football since November of 2021, Junior.
All right. Should I be that guy?
Yes.
Because I'm about to really be that guy. I really, on Father's Day, have a very very uncomfortable conversation with you guys now. You want to have that conversation?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Why hasn't Kanya Plummer played football over the last 2 years?
So she was pregnant.
She was pregnant. She went through a pregnancy, have a child. As America has a breakaway, Balogun. Why Balogun? Yeah, he's up for this game. But you see that pregnancy aspect. Now Jamaica hasn't shown to be a Title IX country or a country that shows ultimate respect to women and blah blah blah. Right? As the game is going back and forth now, Canada just fouled America in the Canadian box. But I do believe that the reason why Kanya is being considered is because of the look that it would be to say the only reason why you're not picking Kanya is because she was pregnant, because she had a child. If Kanya can prove that she's fit enough, she should play. That aspect, that angle, I don't think the JFF want that smoke. I don't think you, Benton, want that smoke.
Yes,
I don't think
want
a lot of people.
Here comes the ball. Canada into the box. I'll take on that smoke, Junior.
Yeah, but you do understand where I'm coming from.
I do understand where you're coming from. Kanya.
Personally, this is my personal opinion now. I don't think Kanya is going to make it to the World Cup side. I think that ultimately she's going to give it her all, and that will be the story to say that even after pregnancy, a Jamaica woman can still go out there and fight it and try to make the side and blah blah blah. And that could be the story to sell. But this is JFF. I would know JFF don't really have them kind of common sense.
Estacio is, and Giorena is walking through these people, Junior. Yo,
yes. The
man get food. Estacio is a straight bug in a Canada midfield. Change. BM says, I thought Bunny was the captain. Did they change? Bunny is the current captain. Kanya Plummer.
Kanya was the captain when she was at Orlando Pride.
Yeah, but then it moved to Bunny. My thing with that sentiment, Kanya can get fit all she wants. She can come and get fit and get in shape. I mean, we welcome her to get in shape, but has been invited as someone who's as an invited guest, then that tells me you're being legitimately considered for an opportunity to make the squad. They're shot at goal and yo, kind of punched away by Mr. Borjan. Yo, US might get a side of 4 or 5 tonight. The Canadian they might get a fix up because this is not looking too pretty. A shot from way out by Timothy were pushed by Mr. Bergeron. And we saw head coach of Canada, John Herdman, look a bit perplexed. I guess I can't talk to him assistant, Mr. Phil Neville. Corner kick to the US. Reina, send it in. And head it on, but out for a goal kick. All right, back to the discussion about Kanya Plummer. And the thing is this. If she's an invited participant in a squad, then to me, my conclusion from that, she's legitimately being considered for a place in the squad to go to Australia, New Zealand, the World Cup. To that end, she's not supposed to, you don't play ball for what, 2 years? Go almost 2 years, you should not be in any consideration to be on the plane to Australia. Yeah, if you want to come enjoy yourself as a vacation and have some money. Forward. If you want to get in shape, you can come get in shape with us in the group and provide some motivation. The legitimate invited guest spot should go to a player who legitimately can contribute to the squad competitively in matches down under. Right now you take Kanya, I don't care how fish you want to be, and run her out against France. Them damn her food. She's
no, but any Jamaican defender run out against France and get them food, yeah.
All right. But at the end of the day, there's game sharpness and there's fitness, right?
No, but what if Kanya is an invited player to practice and she outshining everybody in practice?
Well, I mean, if you invite some other players, then
your thing is just that you just don't want her in the squad because she hasn't played in the football.
Yeah, because I don't think a player who doesn't have a club and who hasn't played football in 2 years, almost 2 years. Yeah?
Canada almost score 1 goal.
Yeah, Canada might, like I said, Canada might get a both of you. She has not played football in almost 2 years. What we are doing, family? This is not a charity business.
Yeah, look, I agree. But at the end of the day, you want your best 11 out on the field. Do we agree on that?
You want your best 23.
All right, you want your best 23 out there. And whatever criteria you have to separate out the best 23, part of it has to be, you have to physically be able to show that you are a part of the best 23, right?
Dewey said
yes,
they invited her to camp. I thought she was dreaming. No, man, it's comedy thing. It's just like the same thing with this Ravel Morrison thing. Well, hopefully that has ended. But he has been playing football for Reggaeboyz and he not have no club either. So
right.
At some point, it's not just a Reggae Girls thing. It's a Jamaican football problem. It's me I deal with.
But if a coach said, I am going to show you my best 11. This is my best 11.
Yes.
Who are you to tell the coach that he's wrong?
Well, I need to hire another coach then.
Okay.
No, cause and big up to my brethren, Lauren. Big up to my brethren. But Junior.
Yeah, friend of the show, Lauren Donaldson. So
yeah, Junior is being that guy. But if there's anywhere Kanye in this squad to the player to New Zealand, Australia, this whole thing about Vin getting pushed out was driven by the players so them can get them guy in for pick them. I am convinced of that then. Because this is not on merit then. Because we saw Kanye play club football here for the Orlando Pride and she got exposed day and night playing in that defense. In fact, I think the Orlando Pride cut her.
Right.
So that was even before the pregnancy. I know she
relegated to the bench for a while.
There was one game, Martha said, yo, who was a teammate of the Orlando Pride. Martha said, what the Rastafari go on? So,
no, but look, all right. For the record, I am a Kanye. Everybody know I'm a Kanye Plumber fan. I love Kanye Plumber. We spooky that, right? Yeah. But I am not trying to defend. I'm not trying to defend her selection. And let me just go on record for saying that. I'm not even. We're not in the business of playing radio or playing TV. We're going to say how we really feel about things, right?
Yeah.
I am not going to say she's justified to be picked. All I'm saying is, for those naysayers, make sure you are ready for when the women come at you and say, why are you holding her life choice of having a child against her? Why are you doing that? And that's a legitimate question. Now, for me, I wouldn't pick Claudia Plummer to go to the World Cup. I wouldn't pick her, right? Because she's not playing. But you have the human side of it as well. As Christian Pulisic, oh God.
How Larry make Christian Pulisic running, brother? What is this?
Well, Pulisic hasn't been doing anything all year, you know, so he have a lot of energy.
So well rested. I get the point, and I am not correct. My position is not the weir is the be all and end all of this thing. It's me I deal with.
Right.
Me just say, boy, maybe there's a genuine idea saying we're not gonna win no games. So might as well we carry we foundation to get the $30,000 each and just go and take care of themselves. Ball into the box. USA with another chance. Cleared off from 2 yards out. Canada is in total disarray at the back, family. Total disarray. So, and if that's the case, I mean, I understand, the ladies, them want to make a money and make them go, forward and get them 30,000 US each and, and you call it what it is. Halftime. Impressive display from Team USA. 2-0 up against...
a very spirited first half for America. They're definitely coming out to show that they're the best in Concacaf, and that is the goal.
Yeah, very, 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 very good display. Very good display so far. All right, Junior, we could run through some other news and get your thoughts as we wait for the second half to kick off. As Spain won the European version of this tournament. Spain won the UEFA Nations League final, defeated Luka Modric and Croatia, family. Your thoughts on the Spanish victory? And this might be the last we see of Luka Modric in that Croatia shirt.
I think that is the bigger story. Because Spain has retooled, right? They have gotten better over the last 8 years. They seem like they have finally moved on from Iniesta, Xavi, Busquets, right? It feels to me like we have finally moved out of the shadow of Iniesta, and we now have direction. But to me, the bigger story is the end of the Croatian masterpiece. And I think, thinking out loud, this Croatian team is going to go down as one of those teams that should have won some form of major trophy that did that. And it's very unfortunate. And it's one of the cruel things about sports. This Croatian team should have won something. I don't think they've won anything. Don't think this team has won anything.
No, runners up to what? France in 2018 World Cup.
Right.
Third place in the 2022 World Cup.
And no runners up in Nations League.
No runners up in the Nations League. Did not make it to the final of the Euros. That was England and Italy.
Right, and the one before that was France and Portugal.
Yeah, so
yeah, they haven't won in. No, the bigger question for legacy is this Croatia team top 5 or even top 3, one of the best teams that assembled that has not won anything. We know 82 Brazil is the best side ever to know with that.
So according to the stats here, 2023 silver Nations League, of course, 2018 runners up, bronze in 98. That was a different Croatia outfit, and bronze in the World Cup in 2022. So just not.
Just Soldier said this Croatia team equals 70th Netherlands. 70th is that is Ruud Gullit, Van Basten. No, those are 80s.
That was 80s Netherlands. In fact,
yeah.
That
70th Netherlands are your Cruyff, right?
Yeah. 70s Netherlands was Cruyff.
But I think Ruud Gullit and Van Basten Netherlands is better than 70s than Cruyff Netherlands. I'm just guessing because I don't know about 70s Netherlands like that.
Yeah, 70s Netherlands was impressive. I mean, probably the greatest footballer, some would say. And Johan Cruyff was, some of them tricks with them boy I do right now. Johan Cruyff did do those things, and he opted not to go to the 78th World Cup because of the whole dictatorship, and he got threats and all sort of foolishness. So.
80s Netherlands did win a Euro. Yes. Thank you, Just Soldier. Yes.
Yeah. So in '88 they won the Euros with with Frank Rijkaard and Ruud Gullit. That big side, big side.
But Van Basten never played, though, right?
Yeah, Van Basten was in that side. You know what is so baffling to me? And by the way, BM says Jordan versus Reggaeboyz tomorrow. We'll get to that in a few minutes. You know what's baffling to me, brother? And I find hard to wrap my head around. It's classifying man like Rodri in they both in a Frank Rijkaard as both of them are midfielders. And saying Rodri is a CDM, and you have the general, the legendary Frank Rijkaard. We need to find some other sort of classification for those midfielders who are inferior.
No.
Who are inferior. Because Junior, when you watch Frank Rijkaard play CDM and the lethality in terms of scoring goals, breaking up player, starting players, in fact, it's night and day with some of them little idiots who run out to them a CDM.
No, better, no. You're right. CDM, the term central defensive midfielder I don't even think a CDM is a holding midfielder. A CDM is just a destroyer, right?
Yes.
Rijkaard wasn't a CDM.
Well, that's what he was classified.
No, he wasn't.
When I went back to that 88 Euros.
No, that's some millennial idiot edit up the story.
Man, this was 88 football, man. That's because when you look at that that 94 Ajax played that AC Milan team with Rijkaard also on that Ajax team. He went back to Ajax after leaving Milan and brought them to the Champions League final. That man he could play anywhere on the park.
No, but I'm agreeing with you, Yeah. What I'm telling you though is CDM is such a broad term. It's such a broad brush. Rijkaard is what we in Jamaica, as you know, Just Soldier might be familiar with this term. A link man.
Yeah.
That's what Rijkaard is. Nobody will ever say. Remember back in our day, you have a man who say you play a central link, you play a right link, you play a left link. And you have a man who say we play a holding midfielder and a defensive midfielder. Them know the difference between link man and holding midfielder back in them days. Remember that,
Yeah.
Remember Pirlo. Pirlo is a link man. Gattuso is a holding midfielder.
Yeah, just a destroyer.
Great. Gattuso is a CDM. Gattuso is not a link man.
Yeah.
Pirlo is a link man. And Rijkaard Rijkaard is a stereotypical link man.
Yeah,
he is what Pogba dreamed of being.
I get cross, angry, and miserable. Me hear man like Rodri and Frank Rijkaard as in the CM group as midfielders. Them man, they just I don't know, for classification purposes, some things has to be done, but it just irks me a little bit, because
Right.
Frank Rijkaard is general. Mexico defeated Panama in the third place encounter. For those who want to know, Mexico defeated Panama in the third place encounter. So yeah, back to this UEFA Nations League championship game. Spain won the title. You know, Croatia. You spoke. You said that Luka Modric and company. This probably maybe is Luka Modric's last game in that shirt. Right. He did say post-match that he has made a decision on his future, but he will announce it, I guess, sometime next week. Of course, Madrid had put an offer on the table for, I guess, a year, maybe an option for next year. Of course, we have the Saudi League that is running out with a bag of money, is also interested in the services of one Mr. Luka Modric. So watch the space. Speaking of Saudi League, it's just reported, Junior, N'Golo Kante is on his way to the Saudi League. Junior,
not only Kante. My boy from Wolves.
Ruben Neves is also on his way to the Saudi League.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's the question now, because you more see players leaving the English Premier League, in my opinion, to go to Saudi than any other league, right? And when you ask yourself why, I think that the answer is simple, because the EPL attracts players that want money, right? So I think it's easier to attract them out of the EPL. I'm wondering if this gives the EPL room to grow, or will this hurt the EPL? Because I think Kante could have been serviceable at the Pope that as the US assistant coach. Isn't that what name? Pope, right?
I didn't see it, but is it Eddie Pope?
I think Eddie Pope his name?
Yes, Eddie is Eddie. I didn't see the name. But yeah, I mean, Chelsea had tabled or offered a deal to Conte, and they were trying to work out the details. Saudi League came in and said, yo, this is this, that, and the other. He gets to control a large percentage, if not all, of his image rights. The Saudi League is also interested in Koulibaly and looking to get Koulibaly and Edouard Mendy, as per reports by multiple sources. So, including Fabrizio Romano. So, and the Saudi League is throwing a lot of money at these men, right? I mean, if Edouard Mendy, there's a French team, I think it's Lille, who's interested in him. But if the Saudi League is offering you a bag, plus your image rights, I mean, it's hard to turn down. And of course, Koulibaly, it's hard to turn down. Inter Milan is also interested in Koulibaly,
right?
If there's a possibility for a loan deal, but we don't.
But have you ever wondered why, like, Saudi Arabia bringing in all these players but no coaches?
Just Soldier said interim US manager has gone to Saudi League. That's Hudson. I thought he went somewhere in the Middle East. Mr. Hudson. This is the second interim manager the US is on. Anthony Hudson. I'm trying to recall if it's the Saudi League, but he went somewhere in the Middle East, and they're throwing a lot of money at him also. So, I guess the teams already have coach. Yes, Qatari. Yes, he went to the Qatari League. So they already have coaches.
Yeah, but you can't bring in big time players and offer them small time coaches to lead them and expect to have a top notch league.
Yeah, we'll see. I guess if Saudi does get the right for the World Cup in 2030, then after that the league can take with themselves.
And you know what? Too? If I had the money and if I could invest in a league, that's probably what I would do. I would bring in big name coaches instead of big name players. I think the coaches have more value in terms of building a league. I really do, because Jose Mourinho in Saudi Arabia, you will not watch a Saudi Arabian team coached by Jose Mourinho and say, "Oh, Jose is really past his time," right? We have watched Cristiano Ronaldo and say, "Oh, well, this is a old man league." Kante is going to go over there. We might watch a game with Kante and say, "Well, Kante is getting older." If you had a big time coach over there that is implementing big time tactics and creating Middle Eastern ballers, right?
Yeah.
I think that would more serve the league better than these quick catching a flashing a pan
stars,
1 year. Yeah.
Yeah, you need the coaches, yeah. Sufunda Makana was talking to Josh Holder about the Panama versus Mexico game. Junior, that game ended 1-0, but the youth from Panama, I think it's Anibal somebody, scored a bicycle kick. Why? They rightfully wiped it off for an offside. But Jaja, never in his life will he score another goal like that.
and that might be what Esfondo is. I hopefully I'm pronouncing it properly. Esfondo?
Yeah, Esfondo Makanya.
Yeah, big up. Yeah, so with that, about the Panama game, Mexico beating Panama 1-0, scraping by 1-0 after a 4th-minute goal. I think Mexico is due for a real serious rebuild.
Yeah. Players on their way back, they're on the part now. Hal Grimson, BM says if Hal Grimson leaves Jamaica, he may end up in Saudi. Yeah, and probably need to collect more money. So yeah.
Ten Hag might end up in Saudi Arabia.
What does Coach John Herdman do here, Junior? To try to
tell the players that it is still 0-0. Go out there and try to win the half.
Cards that have been issued so far: 2 yellow cards to Canada. To Kennedy and Laria both receive yellow card. Goals, no yellow card for the US. Goals for Balogun and Richards. As we're off, no substitutions.
No, there's a substitution.
There is.
Yeah, the US number 14 is coming on. That's a player that and it was Eddie Pope. Eddie Pope was talking to him, so I'm wondering if there's an injury.
Luca Del Torre.
Yeah, Del Torre came on. He was warming up during halftime. Let's see if it was because of an injury.
We'll get you that substitution according to my internet. No substitution occurred, but we'll get it squared away, family.
It's a Luca Del Torre
for Reina. Josh Holder said, "Where the glass man out?"
Well, you know that's the end of the testimonial.
Wait, how him fi out?
That's a testimonial.
Wait, he was playing so well.
Yeah, but he did get a couple crunching tackles. So
here comes Canada. Alphonso Davis running the box. Yo, good tackle by Zimmerman. Josh Holder said right. Yeah, he took a knock late in the half. So Del Torre is on for respect, family. Yo, Alphonso Davis reaching that era, not pass the ball right there. So Unite 18, find a way to get that shot off, brother. This is not Concacaf. This is not Caribbean part of Concacaf where you can run through, go all the way, go score. This is not Haiti. Sorry, Haiti.
Oh no, this is not Haiti. I thought was sorry Haiti.
This is not Jamaica.
So I'll apologize.
Reggaeboyz versus Jordan tomorrow, 8 a.m. shot from way downtown. Finally, Canada have a shot on target. Reggaeboyz versus Jordan tomorrow in Austria, 8 a.m. Coach Hal Grimson said he's pretty much Reggaeboyz coach Hamir Hal Grimson said he's decided his 23-man roster for the World Cup. So, it's tomorrow's game is to come out injury-free and one bag of things. One notable point, Junior, is that the dentist is yet to win a game. He said he's getting a little bit concerned. It's time to start winning games. Your thoughts, family?
Well, we'll win the second game of the Gold Cup.
And that's the game against Trinidad?
Yes, sir. Actually, I actually expect us to beat Jordan tomorrow.
Ball is sent wide. Now, the Reggaeboyz does not have all the players in the camp. The potential Gold Cup squad players are still not in the camp. Junior, will this be a problem knowing that you have a game 6 days from?
Well, you're not up. All right, obviously, looking at the game today, you're not beating America, and on U.S. home style, you're not beating them in the first game.
No, you're going to face a different American team, you know.
It doesn't matter. You're not beating America the first game of the Gold Cup. So that game, let's go there. Let's build some chemistry. Let's see where we can get something going, some momentum going, and then Trinidad is where your Gold Cup real officially starts. I'm expecting a draw against America next week Saturday.
Okay, and that would be a good result for you, a draw.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Captain, we're seeing Giorena limping. Boy, there goes the summer move. I guess Dartman is like, Jesus, we're stuck with him.
No, but hey, Berhalter is like, yes.
Berhalter, and to be just for the football family, Greg Berhalter is the man who was rehired by U.S. Soccer Federation after an exhaustive search, according to President, was it Cindy? What's her name? Cohen or whatever. But Greg Berhalter's reign, according to them, will not start until after the World Cup, which I don't understand, Junior. I mean, he's already know the players. Why not? Unless the assistant coach had an agreement, said, yo, I have to do the Gold Cup or I'm not doing it. Unless interim, when he made the deal, says, I am doing the Gold Cup or I'm not doing it. But if you hire Greg Berhalter, he should be on the bench today.
No, because...
all right, okay, even not today, but the World Cup starts Saturday. It's the CM squad. It's the CM team.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Because this team has been in camp without Greg Berhalter, right? So what has been implemented the last couple of weeks in camp? All of a sudden, Berhalter going to come in now and just take up a duster or an eraser and just wipe the blackboard and say, okay, let's start over.
But if we are to be believe the U.S. Soccer Federation, Greg Berhalter is a better manager than the goalkeeper coach. Not that they said that, but I mean, so whatever Mr. Callaghan is implementing cannot be as good as what Berhalter is bringing.
Is not expected to be as good as what Berhalter would do. Can we say not expected? Because we have no idea how the players are going to react to Greg Berhalter.
Well, they were vocal support. Christian Pulisic before Greg was hired said, when they defeated Mexico when it was announced, he said, this is a Greg Berhalter built team. This is the influence. Etc. Ricardo Pepe came out and said, to paraphrase, whatever happened between us is behind us. We're looking forward to him to return. I guess everybody will kiss up to the new coach. BM says U.S. Soccer don't have no ambition. Big coaches like Patrick Vieira want the job and they rehired Greg Berhalter. I personally... Junior, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, BM, what makes Patrick Vieira a big coach?
Alphonso Davis and Football Family Canada is still trailing US. US is up 2-0. Alphonso Davis recently mentioned or said unequivocally that he wants to play left wing. He wants to play left wing.
I wait to beat him better. Don't worry. I'm waiting. I'm giving him some time to beat him about that comment.
No, Alphonso Davis, and maybe there's something going on with him because usually he plays a lot better than this, right? So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, but he looks a bit off tonight in this game, and it's a big, big game. I think John Herdman should put Tejan Buchanan on this field. You need to put Tejan Buchanan on the right side to give you another option to look at this U.S. defense. As U.S. now into the attack. This might be 3. Block. Finally, something done right by Mr. Kennedy in defense.
Again, playing the man and not the space, though.
Yeah. One thing is certain, Junior, Mr. Balogun will shoot.
Yeah.
He will shoot.
And he doesn't need a lot of touches.
Doesn't need a lot of touches to.
Does not need a lot of touches. I think that is the most important thing to take away from his game.
Corner kick into the box, cleared by Canada, and a shot from way downtown. Weird, US a fire rocket from way downtown. This is, and mind you, this is a team that is without Weston McKennie and Tyler Adams.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. USA coming again with the attack. Ball is sent wide to Pulisic. Pulisic into the box. Pulisic. You're an idiot, brother. And blocked off by Johnson. I find it weird. Well, maybe Johnson has been doing well defensively against Pulisic because we haven't really heard anything from him. But I thought BM says Vieira coach in League One, Europa League, and the Premier League. Also played the game at the highest level. This young US team can learn a lot from him.
Klinsmann played at the highest of highest level, achieved the highest honor, just like Vieira.
Oh, punched Chris Richards again with a header. Borshan got his fingertips onto that one, family.
Yo, very fortunate.
And what is Kyle Lauren doing? No, it seems like, did he touch it? Off the crossbar.
He must touch it. He must touch it. But to me, he's no different than Klinsmann. I would even say Klinsmann.
Cleared off the line. Appeal.
Again.
And
in watch a buzz?
it was cleared off the line. They were appealing that, Canada might get, you see, them higher Phil Neville on the side gone to the dog. The Canadian team has now been, put to the sword. Here comes the US again. And his referee has called a foul. Christian Pulisic was pulled down there.
Why Canada turned ginger here.
Timothy Way. Referee says
Canada turned a ginger here, man.
Huh?
Canada turned a ginger heel.
Yeah, Canada just not. So my thing is that how long will it take to put on Tejan Buchanan? Force that left side.
Why put on Buchanan right now? Nobody sit on that brace here, man.
All right, here we're seeing the replay. Rastafari, I don't even know how them save a goal. It'll definitely be the goal. Mr. Kennedy blocked it off the line. Here comes the US. Bug of the week, Canada. What a disappointing performance. Boy, I was expecting a much better ball game. Much better ball game. US has been quite impressive. Here is why I say put on Tejan Buchanan. Because he's going to play this right wing. All right? Antonin Robinson is marauding down that left side. Tejan Buchanan will be on the right going at the left back, right?
Right.
Playing right wing going at the left back. So now you have an offensive player who, might be questionable defensively. Here comes Canada. A shot from way over the top. Jonathan David shooting from outside. Now you have a player that you can definitely legitimately say, okay, Anthony and Robinson need to stay home and honor defensively. Kyle Lauren is not doing anything. Might as well just take off Kyle Lauren and put Jonathan David down the middle. Put Tejan Buchanan on the right side. Tell Alphonso Davis if he can play the left wing and let's go. All hands on deck.
I guess. But what are you chasing? You're not. Do you legitimately see Canada turning this game around? I don't.
In order to but in order to have a chance to turn it around, you have to score one.
There's no chance. Just enjoy the rest of the 30 minutes of free.
You enjoy. You know, so
ball
they
away,
might get 5.
Well, America has shown that them can't score a bag of goal either.
Corner kick to Canada. Estacio to take it. Very impressive performance by Canada.
I know Alphonso Davis, he hasn't really looked himself to me doing it.
Yeah, it looks like something is going on. I don't know if it's health related, family, but is there's something. He doesn't look himself.
Is he in off-season mode?
Maybe.
Because he have bigger things to worry about.
Maybe. He looks a bit, because, some of them think they're from him, him getting a position and blow by those players.
Right. So it's like pacing yourself. You don't want risk injury.
Josh Soldier says, this is the most dangerous league. True. You get one, and Tejan Buchanan is coming in, and the man himself, Mr. Adebeguji.
Yeah,
Take
but
off Johnson off I feel, brother. Take him off I feel.
That is assuming you can score one.
Well, the way I play for them. This is not the Reggaeboyz. Long ball now to Alphonso Davis. Let's see what he does. Going at Scaly. Davis. Yo, tap in! Come on, get Kyle Lauren off of the field, brother. Where is the center forward? That's a tap in. I mean, now to be fair to Alphonso Davis, he cannot do anything else there. 4 yards across the goal.
Nothing else.
Tejan Buchanan coming on. Johnston is coming off. His race is run.
Hey, but the Canadian want to throw the ball quick to Alphonso. He just shake him and say no. No matter.
Yeah, man, tired. Victoria is coming on in defense. Wholesale change. Mr. Kennedy is coming off. Wholesale changes. Big up yourself, yo. Wholesale changes from one, Mr. John Herdman. Long throwing for Canada. And Jonathan David trying to save that one and headed it out for a throw.
Remember, people, Gold Cup action starts this Saturday with our watch along season. This Saturday night, we're watching Jamaica versus the United States. Also, do remember, hit the subscribe button on YouTube, please. If you can go to the YouTube channel, Ballchat Podcast, you can find us there. Hit the subscribe button. It costs you nothing. Just hit the subscribe button.
All right, so let's see how Canada shapes up now. What other changes? Osario, I not remember say Osario play. Osario is off for Canada, and Johnston is also off. Three changes were made by Canada. Tejan Buchanan, Adekube, US trying to get into attack, and Victoria are on. Kennedy, Osario, and Johnson. Kennedy will be replaced by Victoria in that central defense. Adekube is gonna go to the right back position, a lot more physical presence, and then Mr. Tejan Buchanan is gonna go to right wing.
Just says Canada really need to upgrade that crest. BM says, I see why they always want Mexico in the finals. Notice how the stadium looks scanty tonight. Americans don't have the same passion for the game. 100% BM. And that's the reason why. And I'm going to say it again. And you can look it up. The only way Mexico plays United States in the Gold Cup will be in the finals.
Throwing US into the... almost a tap in. Push away. And
that is how it is historically has been set.
Yes, yes. I mean, and at some point, and here comes and there's a foul. It seems like Laria may have moved over there. Foul on Mr. Anthony Robinson. Anthony Robinson. Yeah. So I brought up this point earlier. You know, like at some point, the rest of Concacaf must figure out a way to try to wrestle this home field advantage. I know financially it's more lucrative to host the games in the US, but I mean, bruh, it's a home field advantage, whether it's Nations League final, Nations League semifinals. It's a home field advantage for the US. World Cup.
Yeah, but you see it's a all. I remember we had the Caribbean Union president.
Yeah, Rodney Harris, CFU, and
the board. I
Concacaf vice president too.
The vice president, yeah. I remember he said that it's a all or it's a one for one, one for all. He kind of, to paraphrase what he said. So if US wins, we all win.
Well,
right?
Well, that's not good for sport.
No, but until the teams are good enough to make it about the sport, we have to make it about building the foundation and building the infrastructure, right?
And you know, by then, when US won 8 of these trophies, the 9th one, when the teams are supposedly better, people are going to say, yo, I'm out of here. That's just another US victory again.
No, that won't happen.
People want to see competitive products, man.
You are going to see you are going to see competitive products, plus you get the marquee Mexico versus USA game at the end. It's like an invitational. You are going to see your team in CONCACAF play against other teams in CONCACAF all at their best. Plus, you get to see the marquee game at the end.
It's
and if you do well enough,
for the U.S. men's national
yeah,
team.
but if you do well enough, you get an opportunity to play against the two big dogs.
Imagine Cuba. Cuba is trying to come to the World Cup and they can't even get visa.
So why are we talking about leveling the playing field if Cuba can't get visa?
No, because that's a U.S. regulation.
Yeah, but we don't need. Well, that's true. That's true.
And why are we keeping the games in a place where the other teams cannot guarantee to have their best team because of U.S. regulation?
That is, I think we call that collateral damage.
Yeah, the rest of CONCACAF sell out, brother.
I mean, that's what the CFU president basically said. That's what he said. He said it's for the greater good. So you get the opportunity for all of these programs. All right. No disrespect to any Caribbean field.
BM says it comes down to quality. The rest of CONCACAF are inferior to the US right now. This is true.
Right, that's what can you imagine? All right, first of all, can you imagine watching a game at, I don't know, Stadium A in Curacao that only hold...
You can't eat that shot. Yo, can I eat? I tell them to take off Kyle Aaron off I feel from long time, brother. I know you strike at this. No, sir. In Junior, you would have scored that.
Hey, don't disrespect me, man.
With the Rastafari, at least keep on target.
Bedad, on a serious note, though.
Yeah.
Larry don't lose some weight, man.
Well, maybe you should have run around a little bit still. Kyle Lauren, the man who's and that is Canada's Achilles heel, right? You know, the ability to have somebody who just cannot get a good shot. I mean, Alphonso Davis can run from now till next year and put the ball in the box. I mean, send Jonathan David down the middle and get Kyle Lauren off I feel, brother. Why is Station Buchanan pushing Brandon Aronson? I mean, watch out now, fight. Look at idiot ball I see. "67 minutes in. Like, watch out. Since when Canadians are known as fighters?
Since the great Phil Neville went to Canada's coaching staff and brought the fire of Roy Keane and Manchester United.
And Josh Soldier says, and that defending is why the US is not there yet. This is why we have Greg Berhalter to fix that, Josh Soldier.
You want to run up just Soldier blood pressure right now.
Lauren, BM says, Lauren had a good half a season in La Liga. I expected more from him. Well, we expected you, and the rest of us expected more from him and the rest of Canada. But, I mean, come on, man. Come on. But, and again, I think that you put Jonathan David down the middle. You know, you have more potency, you know, right there. You see my deal with?
Yeah, I agree.
Davis again, yo, Alphonso Davis has set man on the plate and them can't control the ball. Cannot control the ball. Alphonso Davis is probably going to tell him, say, you know what, coach, give me a sub. Give me a sub. Because what more you want him to do? And you saw this latest play?
Yeah. Man can't control the ball, B.
I know Christian Pulisic running over to Christian Pulisic. How about you find a club and get out of Cameroon's club, Chelsea?
Yo, and the most energy Pulisic ever put for the whole year, and the man happy.
Man. How about you find a club? Christian Pulisic ran over to Tajon Buchanan. But you remember how Christian Pulisic dad was on Twitter? Wait 6 months. Give us 6 months. Was that 6 months?
No. But in all fairness, though, he said give us 6 months. He didn't say 6 months from today, 6 months from now, 6 months from June 1st. He said give us 6 months. The 6 months clock hasn't started yet.
Well, let me see. When did he say that?
Clock hasn't started yet. You have to say give me 6 months from today.
You know, Christian Pulisic's dad implied that he was going to be out of Chelsea soon, but he's yet to go.
For you to leave, there has to be somebody to want you.
Hey, this is true. Ball to US sent wide. And of course he doesn't want to play Leeds. Ball to Alphonso Davis give it away there. US comes away. Balogun sends it left, or Timothy Weah sends it left. Cuts inside, Pulisic with an idiot shot. Soft. Joe Saley recover. Yunus Musa. Bala. You know a player is doing his work when you don't really hear much about him. He's just working, head down, grinding, putting in a shift in that midfield.
Depending on the position we're playing.
Yeah, Yunus Musa, midfielder, breaking up players. Just
yes.
You know?
Yes. And the person who is standing in front of him, his opponent, when you don't hear that person's name called as well, you know he's doing very well.
Ball is sent. And another miscontrol from the Canadian, this time Jonathan David. It's contagious. As we're seeing the replay of the Chris Richards goal. Junior, we're going to talk about Concacaf Gold Cup. We're discussing that Jamaica is playing US on Saturday in the first game of Concacaf Gold Cup, but there are some preliminary games that are currently going on. Two major upsets that took place yesterday. Puerto Rico defeated Suriname family to advance to the next round of the preliminary round. And your thoughts on that victory, family? Puerto Rico defeating Suriname. This is Suriname with quite a few players from the Dutch league.
Yeah, but you say that was Suriname that we said during the World Cup qualifiers, look out for them the next cycle, blah blah blah. But this is a direct result of the Nations League and what the Nations League does and how it gives everybody an opportunity, right? But just because you get competitive games, Puerto Rico probably would not have had the opportunity to prepare for Suriname the way they did if they wasn't for the Nations League. As Pulisic no good.
Yeah, Pulisic, yeah, man, Pulisic about.
Yeah, but I think that's a direct correlation to the Nations League and why the Nations League is so good for non top tier teams. For
BM
teams
says
that are not top tier.
BM says Suriname not good. Why Jamaica know what? Defeated them and drew with them, right?
Right. And people were worried about that return game.
Yeah.
Right. So again, because of the Nations League, you cannot take teams lightly.
Ball is out for a throw to Team USA. Round 1 in Concacaf Gold Cup prelims. Antigua, Barbuda lost to Guadeloupe. Guyana defeated Grenada. Guadeloupe and Guyana will play in the next round. The winner of that will go on to the Gold Cup group matches. Martinique versus St. Lucia. Martinique Batabru St. Lucia. Of course, Puerto Rico defeated Suriname on PKs. Curacao Junior, another one of those teams, lost to St. Kitts and Nevis. Your thoughts?
Gusta coach at Curacao anymore, right?
No, it's Remo Vicente. Vicente, the coach that as a US player is down. Joe Scaly is down. Alfonso Davis is definitely working, boy.
Having two guys for company.
Yeah, having two players for company. And Joe Scaly is down.
Yeah, but you see, and I think this should be a warning to the big sides in the World Cup. There won't be any easy games this World Cup, and I think Qatar might be in for a rude awakening.
2 subs coming on, and the madman take off. How will I take off? They had the board number 20 for Canada. I want to say if that number 20. Oh, okay. I wonder if it's Canada's number 20. It's America's number 20. Good game for Balogun. Good second game. Very good second game. Scored a goal. Was very physical.
And he played. And he played. There is a by the book substitution by the coach. 75 minutes in. Yeah. That's a definite by the book. You play 75 minutes. That means you get to stretch your legs because you have a more important game in 7 days.
Yeah, and Ricardo Pepe. Well, he's not in the Gold Cup roster.
Him not?
No, the man have gone with the next squad, brother.
It's
a total different roster they've run out. Christian Pulisic and them. Let me look at the U.S. Gold Cup roster. And so Canada also took off Kylo Ren, right?
Yeah, finally.
And they put on, what is it, Cavallini.
Let me see what the U.S. squad is for Gold Cup.
All right, I have it right here. U.S. Gold Cup roster. Sean Johnson, goalkeepers, Sean Johnson.
Never heard of him.
Slanina and Matt
Never heard of
Turner.
him.
Matt Turner is in goal now. Defenders, Dejan Jones, Aaron Long, Matt Miaza, Jalen Neal, Brian Reynolds, Miles Robinson, John Tolkien, DeAndre Yedlin. Those are the defenders. Out of that list, there was one starter right there, and that was Miles Robinson, and he picked up an injury from this Nations League encounter. The midfielders, Gianluca Busio, was it Djordje Milovic, Aiden Morris, Christian Roldan, James Sands, Alan Sonora. That's the midfielders.
Who they won them on?
Midfield. Total different midfield, Junior.
We never hear them on there yet.
I mean, we heard of Christian Roldan for sure, and Buzio, who's in Italy. The forward line, you have Cade Cowell, Jesus Ferreira, Julian Gressel. Of course, we knew him from his days here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Jordan Morris, Brandon Vasquez, and Alex Zendejas. That's the Gold Cup Rasta family.
Oh, he that side.
Yeah, so it's a total different roster. And BM is correct. None of the US top players are in the Gold Cup squad.
Yeah, he that side.
None of US continues to lead Canada 2-0 78th minute Concacaf Nations League final. Defending champions USA looking to secure back-to-back Nations League prize. We're just talking about the Gold Cup prelims, family, and prelim games coming up. St. Kitts and Nevis had shock Curacao Junior. You were saying about that upset.
Yeah, I mean, but St. Kitts is not not to say that a pushover side, but St. Kitts has always presented a team that can represent themselves well. So I don't think that's much of an upset. Just because St. Kitts might be coming out of nowhere. And I think that at one point, what's the name of the striker? He used to play for what's his name? A big burly striker used to play for. He played for St. Kitts.
I don't remember.
Played in the EPL years ago.
Yeah.
And it was just him and a bag of local man.
Yeah. The St. Kitts nickname is the Sugar Boys, Junior.
The Sugar Boys, yeah.
Do you have a problem with that?
Look, the Mexican game was just called off because of some comments that were made. What you want me to say about Sugar Boys, Benton? What you trying to set me up for, Benton?
No, big up to the Sugar
I have
Boys,
nothing to say, Benton. The man them sweet. I guess.
Big up. BM says, spoiler alert, the last Gold Cup, US sent their B team, outplayed Jamaica and won 1-0.
Yeah, that was the final, right?
Yeah, French Guiana defeated Saint Martin. And so the winner of the St. Kitts and Nevis versus French Guiana next game will enter into the Jamaica, USA, and Trinidad group. Canada still trying to find a goal, family. Long ball over. And BM says that was quarterfinals when that US team defeated Jamaica 1-0, that beat you.
Which game the big tall 19-year-old they scored the header? That was the quarterfinals of the World Cup?
I don't remember, Junior.
I could have sworn it was later.
I don't remember much. USA total dominant performance from Team USA over Canada. North of the border rivalry getting put back into its place. Referee Mark Wade issued a yellow card to Matt Turner. Arsenal's Matt Turner, actually. Ball is with Borjan in goal for Canada. Plays it wide. Left side is Adekobe. Finds Canada is still trying to find some running. The ball was sent to Alphonso Davis. And that's the thing, if Alphonso Davis is off, kind of heavy touch that from Jonathan David, brother.
And then man don't want to play ball, man.
If Alphonso Davis is off, then, Canada is in a spot about it. All right, Junior, tomorrow morning, the Reggaeboyz will play Jordan.
Yep.
What are you looking for in that game?
Yeah, but why do I even care about that game if half of these players are playing in the Gold Cup game on Sunday?
Well, the coach said, Hal Grimson said it's not just about the Gold Cup. He's looking to build for the World Cup qualifiers and Gold Cup and beyond. Reggaeboyz versus Jordan.
Well, with that in mind, what I'm looking forward to for tomorrow is a continued measured approach, a continued deliberate approach to the game, and while we still try to go out there and find an identity. And ultimately, I think we should beat Jordan tomorrow.
All these coaches that I've heard for the Reggaeboyz, Paul Hall said that they're building a team for the future. Hal Grimson said they're building a team for the future. I think Tapa even say he was building a team for the future. I mean, Junior, can we just get a good team now?
No, that's not how football works.
I mean,
You
can we
already.
get a very competitive team now? The future is now, family.
Yeah, no. I think we're going to have a competitive team. I think under the dentist we're going to be more competitive at the World Cup than in previous iterations.
Okay.
So I am expecting that. I really am, because
even in the backdrop that the dentists have not won a game yet.
yeah, I mean that you see you are a stats man, and statistics are sometimes misleading.
Okay.
Because you cannot have won a game, but you are seeing some form of improvement. Hence, your striker analogy, not scoring goals, but his approach to the game is one that you say is just a matter of time, right? I think it's just a matter of time. I think Jamaica just need. You see, this is where lack of planning hurts. You bring in a new
into the box. Davis cuts it inside, and nobody to watch. Take a shot. Alphonso Davis have set up. Oh, yo, sub. Bayern Munich. Thomas Tuchel just called Herdman to take off Davis. Just take him off. The game is done. The chance of scoring is none. Take him off.
Yeah.
Ball into the box again. Sorry, Junior.
Yeah, what I would do, I bring in a new coach and give him 3 easy game. Give him some easy game.
I'm trying to, let's see. So the dentist played Argentina, Cameroon. Who else?
They played Uruguay too, right?
I don't even remember.
Yeah, I think they played Uruguay. I think they played Luis Suarez.
I don't even remember.
Pretty sure Uruguay was amongst that Argentina game, around that Argentina game.
Canada trying to find a goal. Of course, they have to be careful for the U.S. counterattack. Alphonso Davis dribbling. Ball is sent back to Davis. He's into space in the 18-yard box. Cannot find the cross. Chris Richards very quickly over to close him down. Alphonso Davis should have done better on that one, family. Had some time to pick his head up. Ball ricochet off of him and out for a goal kick.
Oh, the Uruguay game was cancelled. That's what happened. I remember the Uruguay game. It was cancelled.
Game is almost finished. Soon as this game is finished, we're calling it for the night. Big up to all the listeners. Big up to all. Remember to smash the like button. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel, family. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And spread the word about the show. We have watch along coming up on Saturday.
Sorry, I keep saying Sunday.
Yes, Saturday, Reggaeboyz versus Team USA. And we'll have some white rum already too.
Yeah, and again, we're going to watch a game together. Big up to Just Soldier and the Team USA fan. I know that Just Soldier I'll support Jamaica too. Outside of the game versus. So outside of that game, but no, Just Soldier, but he will watch it at his channel. We watch it at our on this channel because we can't have the bias commentary. But big up Christian Pulisic, no get a trophy.
Yeah, but I mean, they're the defending champions, Junior. US now game management. I mean, kudos to Canada later on, late in this game for putting a shift in. They just couldn't find the back of the net. Maybe they will. Jonathan David again with a poor touch. Just Soldier says, I'm still not happy at all about because of Greg Berhalter. Just Soldier, I didn't like when Greg Berhalter, the way he got the job initially. I thought, the way he got the job it was because of his
Nepotism.
relationship to his brother, right?
Yeah. And
they-
kept the job during some tough times.
Yeah, there was some level of nepotism there, but I mean, if you look at the data and the stats, I mean, the team, yeah, there was nepotism at play when he got the job, but the team, statistically, the team has won a lot of games under his watch. And they've done quite well against CONCACAF teams. Now, I wouldn't pick Greg Berhalter as my coach if I want to win the World Cup, but I mean, he could prove me wrong. Because they've done quite, and Canada is putting on Julian Hoylett.
With 1 minute to go. And then we can...
and Estachio is... Yo, Canada, go on in the bed, brother. Let's cover.
I bet I would just call it a night too.
Yeah, well, as soon as the game blow off, we out. Can't watch along. And Christian Pulisic seemed to have pulled up a hamstring. The Chelsea transfer, one of us said, no, take him off. We cannot keep him another season because he's injured. No, take him off. No. The phone is ringing in the dugout now. This is the most talent US have ever had, and there are more games played than ever. His stats are misleading. Yes, he definitely pat the stats playing friendly games. So that's definitely one way. But at the end of the day, he is, he got the job on the nepotism. Seems to have screwed over some players. Seem to have, but I mean, Junior called it what? White privilege when it came to Frank Lampard.
Privilege. Yep.
So why wouldn't it? It's probably the same thing with Greg Berhalter,
Fair enough.
And I mean,
remember, through it all, Ernie Hudson lost his job.
Yes.
Ernest Stewart.
Yes. Yeah.
Ernest Stewart lost his job.
Yes.
So all the dominoes around Greg has fallen. Except Greg.
And that's ultimately the question, right? If you're gonna hire Greg Berhalter back, why hire outside firm and say you're doing a search? Why waste that money and that time and energy? I mean, just hire him back. I mean, what new findings did that outside firm?
No, all right, this is America, Benton. They have to do their due diligence.
What new due diligence need to be done?
They have to do their due diligence. They have to go out there and say, we went out there, we've done our research. Here is our portfolio of all the candidates that we looked at. Here is why Greg Berhalter still matches up better than XYZ.
All right.
For legal reasons.
For legal reasons. Okay. We're into stoppage time. US team about to be crowned champions of the Concacaf Nations League again. Defending champions. Gio Reyna on the sideline shouting instructions. Matt Taylor getting ready. 5 minutes of added time. 5 minutes of added time. Coach, interim coach BJ Callaghan had this team playing some exciting football.
So on his way out, he's going to have a trophy.
Yeah, and he should build his CV. He should be able to walk into our next job. Who knows? Maybe he'll be coaching the Reggaeboyz soon.
Yeah, relax.
But they've been playing some exciting football. Ultimately, I want to see Mexico resurrect. I want to see all the CONCACAF teams rise and play competitive. We want to see Honduras back, Jamaica competitive. I mean, Trinidad back. Because that's how the countries get better, right? Competitive games, shot from Canada way out. Because that's how you push each other. Because CONCACAF teams want to go to the World Cup with saying that we are legitimately competing to win this thing, right?
Yeah.
But not as it currently. The manager CONCACAF just show up for make up numbers now.
Yeah, I know. You feel like how US is hosting the next World Cup. and they are pretty much guaranteed to qualify, right?
Yeah, they are. They one of the
I
hosts.
think-
3 hosts will qualify. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that the US, what they should do is do like what Brazil did, where Brazil had the big side in in
94?
98.
Okay.
That 98, remember they had the Nike World Tour when
Yeah.
Brazil was Brazil, and Brazil got a year-long world tour playing against teams all over the world,
Yeah,
right?
but them not win the World Cup.
They won the 2002 World Cup.
They don't won the 98.
98, France stole it from them.
Oh, Jesus, Marian Joseph.
Zé Roberto is crying during the national anthem because he knows his team is about to throw the game. Don't argue.
Junior, those are the views of Junior Pringle and not Ballchat. But
I will never. Ronaldo, they injected Ronaldo with a flu.
And how about Ronaldo if he stay wide of certain people before ball game?
But on a serious note though, like if
cross the goal and them still can't score. Yo, Canada, can you come off the field, brother? Come off of the field, man. No, man. Even backward, Mikel Antonio would have scored that.
And everything is so well except the finish.
Everything is so well.
America have the squad. They have the talent. I think they need to build the confidence. And the way to build the confidence, go on a world tour.
Big up El Pistolero. El Pistolero said Canada up front has been atrocious. Yes.
Yeah.
Couldn't said it better myself. A straight bug. Well,
I would say
run in and come get trophy.
Strategically pick out teams that you can beat for the next year that will give you some form of competition and build up to going up to the World Cup for the next 4 years, 3 years.
All over in Las Vegas, congrats to U.S. men's national team, Concacaf Nations League champion. Junior, your Uncle Sam won it again, family.
I big up Gio Reyna, the Gio Reyna testimonial, as he is now done playing international football for the foreseeable future until Greg Berhalter move on to greener pastures.
Big up Gio. Tomorrow morning, I'm looking to see a different style of play from Jamaica. Well, that's according to the coach. He did say, yes, Jamaica versus Jordan tomorrow morning. He's trying out different styles of play in these games in the event that they need to adapt in the game and adjust to Gold Cup game situation. So that's
well done, coach. Love it.
You know. All right, football family, we're going to take over ourselves now. Thank you to all the listeners, all the viewers, all the watchers. Wherever you are, good night, good morning, good day. Big up in yourself. Thank you as always. Remember to smash the like button, whatever platform you're watching us on. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. The game is tomorrow at 8 a.m. It's on YouTube. We'll find a link and we'll try drop the link if we find it for the family.
And remember, hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel, please. Hit the subscribe button.
Yes, we're going to do a watch along Saturday night for the Jamaica versus USA game. And we'll walk with a bottle of white rum.
No, you know what?
Or Hennessy.
I get
Hennessy or white rum does not sponsor Ballchat.
Yeah, but for that day, we can't get a free promotion. I get some Heineken and some Guinness. I would drink some juice and just enjoy the ball game. Wait, sir.
All right, we could do that. Poor display from Canada. Poor display. Big up to US. Big up to the US.
Well done, Team USA. They did what they came out to do. Salute.
And salute. Big up to that team. El Pistolero said, Junior, get your wash out from early. Football family, big up Just Soldier, big up El Pistolero, big up BM, salute as always, big up to all the listeners wherever you're watching, big up to the England Massive. I know some of you stayed up really late, about 4 a.m. on the chat, so big up on yourself. You know, saying now, listen, big up on yourself. Junior, we got on the road, you know, a time for going over yard, you know.
Yeah,
And,
man.
and happy Father's Day again to all the fathers.
Happy Father's Day, all the fathers out there. Saturday again, people. Saturday, 9:30, right here. 9:30 p.m. Eastern is the kickoff time. We'll probably start about what? 9 o'clock, 9:15.
Yeah, man. I want to start and build some tune, play some Garnet Silk or something.
We'll go play some. I'll play some tune. Hey, go play some tune Saturday night, too, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna build our vibes.
Yeah.
I believe vibes. Football family, connect with us on Instagram at Ballchat Podcast. We're on Twitter at Ballchat1. We're on Facebook at Ballchat. Remember, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, family. Engineer, we're going on the road now.
Laters.